A very good take a look on what is happening in the nation. Says that they are ready to deal with armed security service personnel who are involved in criminal activities without fear or any bias. Let us hear the police spokesperson explaining the position of the police.
The security forces, can you confirm?
The position of the security services, which include the Zimbabwe Republic Police, National Army and others, has been that anyone involved in criminal activities will be dealt with in terms of the country's laws. So I want to assure Zimbabweans that all robbery cases will be investigated professionally, and if the identity of the suspect is revealed, definitely the public would know.
Meanwhile, several armed robbery suspects were brought to court yesterday, and that is 9 of them. And among them, there are 5 soldiers, and they were brought to court and they appeared in court yesterday. Let us see the videos of them arriving at court. So these are the suspects arriving at court, and I think these are 9 armed robbery suspects, and among them 5 soldiers had to appear in court. It said that the people who are supposed to be protecting the people of Zimbabwe are part of the people involved in these criminal activities. So who police the police or victims to deal with these matters? That is the reason why you see such cases even taking longer to resolve. Just imagine if there are police officers involved in all these things, it would be very difficult for these people to be brought to book. They will continue um, uh, committing crimes, and it takes time for the law enforcement agencies to deal with these matters. But finally, they've been brought to book. The major question is, are they going to be given bail? That is one of the major concerns the people do have, Kuti. What if they are given bail? Are they going to stay in Zimbabwe, or they will skip the borders and they will start visiting Zimbabwe from other areas and other corners? So this is what is happening. This is the position taken by the police, and professionalism is key. Professionalism is very important, and we hope and believe that they will continue to deal with these matters. Yes, we know that our CID is so effective when there are no political attachments. Our CID is very, very, very effective. But when you're dealing with fellow security personnel, it becomes more difficult for you to resolve cases earlier, because pane vanhu vari kupa information mafamba makadai, and it will be very difficult. But this is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough because imagine dealing with 5 senior or professional soldiers who are involved in armed robberies and everything else. It's difficult to deal with such matters. But if you take a look on these robbers, it seems as if they are not professional robbers. These are people who are using their profession to simply take advantage and rob. I believe it's because of poverty, it's because of hunger. People are hungry, and there is no justification for that because the government is failing itself. The government need to deal with the issues of the pockets. They must make sure that each and every civil servant is earning enough to sustain his family, to sustain his pension, to sustain my medical bills. Those are the issues which must be addressed by the government as soon as possible. These people must be able, if you're in the military, if you're in the police, if you're in the prison service, you must be able to buy yourself a house. You must be able to buy yourself a car. At least those things. You'd see that you'll not see these people actively involved in such criminal activities. But I believe criminal activity is gone beyond, because some are not doing armed robberies, but they are collecting bribes openly. If you go onto the Zimbabwean roads, police officers, VID officers, they are taking bribes openly without fear. And all those issues must be addressed. So that is white collar robbery happening in our roads, because it doesn't matter une mhosva kana kuti hauna mhosva, you have to pay. Unofanira kusiya 5, and for bigger vehicles unofanira kusiya 10. It has been a norm, it has been normalized. So that is the problem we have. Corruption and is not different to this armed robbery, because people die in hospitals because of corruption, because of looting, because of mismanagement. The same way people die during robberies. So if you take a look on the people who die because of corruption, there are even more than people who die during robberies, which means the police or the government needed to treat corruption the same way they treat armed robberies. That is the only way we are going to have a safer society. So instead of looting from the people, we need to see the government prioritizing these people to make sure that they get enough, such that those who got into service because they wanted to end criminal activities, they can be able to do their jobs. But just imagine that you hate corruption, but kumba kwako hakuna upfu, mwana wako ari kurwara, you don't even afford to pay fees for your child. What are you going to do next? One day uchangoti regai ningotorawo nhasi, and it becomes a norm from that day going forward. So those are very in the nation of Zimbabwe, but we applaud the police service for doing a great job. Let me play this video for the last time as we end this program.
The security forces, can you confirm?
The position of the security services, which include the Zimbabwe Republic, Coalition National Army and others, has been that anyone involved in criminal activities will be dealt with in terms of the country's laws. So I want to assure Zimbabweans that all robbery cases will be investigated professionally, and if the identity of the suspect is revealed, definitely the public would know.